It possibly has to make the story have continuity and make sense in terms of Earth time, science, and everything like that. Physics, all of that. So, but if you really look into it, you know, look at it. Hyperspace. They're not traveling in space. They have to be traveling in a realm right outside of real space. Kind of like a wormhole, but not really. They're not necessarily going into a wormhole. I believe they're bending time. I believe that they are bending the cosmos, which is what the hyperdrive is. It creates such a gravitational well that it creates such a big gravitational well. Hold on, sorry. Damn dog. But anyway, it creates such a big gravitational well that it actually, the gravity becomes so dense and heavy and concentrated that instead of traveling through what we see as real space, or what one would consider a wormhole, they're actually traveling through an unseen real space, because they're going from point A to point B but since the gravitational well is so heavy, it's bending them together like a piece of paper. So it's decreasing, all it's doing is decreasing the distance between point A and point B. It's not making them travel through a different part of space. It's not making them travel in a different dimension. It's making them travel at the same speed but a shorter distance. If that makes sense. If I'm making sense. Sorry, I'm trying to keep my dog from eating pizza off the counter. And I'm trying to find this piece. I can't find the piece. Where's the piece? I probably moved it a few times. And that's okay. Actually, it's probably a piece that fell off the table. That would probably explain why I haven't found it yet. Don't you hate that when you're building Legos and you lose the one piece that you need to, and most time it's not worth it to have a piece. It's just, oh my goodness, the way it's drawn is terrible. The way it's drawn, it doesn't have the nice little centerpiece right there. It's so dark, it doesn't even look like it has it. That's cool. I like it. I like that happens like that. Wonderful. Now, we keep moving on. So, since I'm just rambling here, I don't know. What are some other thoughts that people have that I may share, may not, but who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? I think, though, we, instead of having all these movies or shows about times we already knew about, which, saying that very lightly, but why don't we have a show or a movie or a trilogy of movies about the time between the Empire and the Galactic Civil War? Because aside from Rogue One and Andor, we don't really know. And Andor is, as good as it is, it only focuses on one person. So we can't really use that as a judgment because we see what he experienced. We don't see what the galaxy experienced. We see it implies what the galaxy is experiencing at the time, yes. But we're only seeing it from his small piece of the galaxy. I want a show, not necessarily anthology, but maybe if it has to go that route, but a show that dives into the rest of the galaxy. I want to see the normal people. I want Star Wars Underground. I want 1138. I want to see what happens in the actual Star Wars universe with the people. The real people. And aliens, I'm sorry. People and creatures of the Star Wars universe. I did not mean to be uninclusive there, everybody. I am terribly sorry for wording that poorly, especially this day and age. But I don't know. They don't listen to me. They won't listen to me. They probably won't listen to most of you guys. Most of you guys are probably like me and have no pull in Disney. I'm hoping with Kathleen gone that we can at least get stuff that's a little more aligned to what the fans want and wanted for a while. Hopefully Dave can come through for us and help us out here. You know, throw us a frickin' bone here. And, you know, give us something that the fans have wanted, which, personally, I think the fans have wanted a show about the in-between, because we don't see what happens in between. That's another thing with Andor. I mean, good show, great show, but his show does not encapsulate what happened right after. His show encapsulates what was happening years and years, a couple decades after the Empire took over. Not right after the Empire took over, which is what I want. I want to see what happened. I want to watch Vader become the Vader we saw in the original trilogy and Rogue One. That's what I want to see. I want to see that transformation from a little guy that couldn't control his emotions in the suit to the menace we know today as Darth Vader. You know, but that may in fact be too much to ask from our lovely partners at Disney. But yeah, and with everything I say, I take it as it's me that's saying it. I don't care if you have the same view. I don't care if you think my view is stupid. I will have my favorite thing to do is have a conversation about this stuff so we can actually discuss it. So if you want to talk more about it, let me know. If you want to, talk in private, that's fine. If you want to talk in the comments about it, that's also fine. I'm really down for whatever. But like I said at the very start of the video, I just love talking about Star Wars. My wife knows that. My friends know that. To this day, I still try to get people to watch Star Wars that haven't watched Star Wars. And yes, I know that's hard to believe, but there is indeed people in this world that have not yet seen any Star Wars. My old boss, he was 7 years younger than me, never seen Star Wars. Not the original, not the original trilogy, not the cartoon, any of the cartoons, Rebels, Resistance, Clone Wars micro series, none of it. He hadn't seen any. I tried for over a year to get him to watch it. Didn't happen. I could not pull it through. I'm sorry, guys. Into exile I must go. Failed I have. But, that's part of the job I do. I don't try to convert people to it, but I do indeed try to let people know that Star Wars is indeed one of the best creations ever. Cinematically, musically, depends on the project, but storytelling wise, that's one thing. John Williams and Kevin Kiner have absolutely killed it every time they have gotten to touch a Star Wars project. I mean, John Williams is definitely getting old, definitely on his way to the Force, but I think Kevin Kiner is the guy. That's probably one of the best things they ever did, Disney, when they took over, was to get Kevin Kiner to do the music, because his music, he took after John Williams so well. He kept it John Williams-esque without it being John Williams, and he made it his own. And I appreciate that. Because it's sad when a lot of times, probably alone, but a lot of times you're like, well, that's my favorite person. I'm not going to like anything anybody does to try and recreate what they do. And Kevin